After four of the greatest witches and wizards ever lived had arrived in Great Britain, they decided to join their power and establish a school that would educate generations after generations of young witches and wizards in the powerful force of magic. Slytherin from Fen established his house to include the most ambitious and cunning. Hufflepuff of Valley Abroad preferred the diligent, true, and loyal. Wisdom was the most important part to Ravenclaw of Glen, and bold Gryffindor of Wild Moor chose the bravest and most daring of them all. Thus, the Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry was born. Throughout the centuries, Gryffindor housed the boldest witches and wizards, but out of all the greatest Gryffindors, Harry Potter, the chivalrous leader of Dumbledore's army, was ever the most courageous, or so I have heard tell. Therefore, I shall tell of an extraordinary tale that is strange even among the wonders in Harry's life at Hogwarts.
I'm so glad to have thought of this wonderful idea of having my private Christmas feast in the room of requirement with this wonderful army.
Harry, how come you haven't touched your food?
No, Hermione. How many buckets of butterbeer have you had? Have you not remembered my tradition? I must hear some adventure story or some action-filled dueling before I eat. Now, who has some uncouth story to tell? Neville? Hermione? Ron?
Huh?
Have you not anything exciting to say? Who is this? An acromantula? I've noticed some acromantulas in the past, but I cannot conclude that I've seen this one, since it is completely covered in green slime.
Who is the leader? I would gladly speak to this heroic wizard.
I am the leader. Now what do you want?
Oh, so help me, brave one, for I come in peace. If I wanted a fight, I would have brought my finest armor and weapons. No, I am merely asking for you and your fearless people to offer me a little game.
If you want to fight, I'll give you a fight.
Oh no, your army is full of children. Literally, no one here is strong enough to match me. Though if someone is brave enough to take up my offer, I will gladly offer him this wand colored bright green and allow him to point it at me and shout a curse. Though a year and a day later, I shall return the favor. Is there no one man enough to take up my challenge? I thought this was Dumbledore's army. Are the rumors of bat boogie hexes and peerless spell-casting false? You're all sniveling like flobberworms. Ha 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 ha!
That's the dumbest challenge I've ever heard, but someone's got to do it. For the sake of Dumbledore's army, I'll do it!
Wait! Don't do it, Harry. You must save yourself for a duel against he who must not be named. I'll do it instead. I am but the weakest one here, but this challenge is so foolish that only I am fit for it. Don't my words make perfect sense?
I suppose you're right. Be careful.
What is your name?
Neville Longbottom. And yours?
Longbottom. After you curse me, I shall tell you my name and where to find me. But now, honor your word!
Sectum Sempra!
Search for me, Neville. Go to the Green Chapel and I shall return the blow you have dealt. I expect to see you there on the morning of New Year's. Everyone knows me as the Knight of the Green Chapel. If you look for me by that name, you will not fail.
Neville, why don't you hang the wand up?
Alright, Harry.
Let's try to enjoy our feast. Pumpkin pasties, anyone? Hermione, why don't you tell us that story about how you punched Malfoy in the face?
Well, first, he called me a mudblood.
And so Harry's tradition is fulfilled once again. He has gotten the excitement he requested. Neville, however, worries for his fate for the entirety of the next year. Seasons change from winter to summer and back to winter again, and Neville is ready to set off for his long-awaited adventure. The best of Gryffindor gathered to prepare to send him off.
How are you feeling, mate? You prepared?
Oh yes, of course. I just yearn for decapitation. But wait till you see my armor.
Armor? And so Neville puts on his armor. It's luxurious and made of the finest gold. He's armored from head to toe. Not even the slightest bit of flesh remains visible. He also armors his most trustworthy hippogriff and gives it a necklace made of flint so his hippogriff would glisten as they fly off into the distance. Wow, That's cool. But what's that on your shield?
Well, my shield's emblem signifies an endless knot, symbolizing my 5 senses, the 5 virtues of Gryffindor, the 5 wounds of the great marauders, the 5 joys the Queen Heaven had for her child, and my 5 fingers. Alright, I have to go find the elegant spider now.
And so Neville sneaks out of the castle with the help of the Marauder's map and leaves for his journey.
Neville Longbottom continues to travel across the land, asking anyone nearby about the giant spider covered in green slime who calls himself the Knight of the Green Chapel. He travels alone, far from his friends, constantly having to battle trolls, werewolves, fire crabs, and other dreadful beasts. Then winter comes, freezing everything in its path. Neville nearly dies of the bitter cold until Christmas Eve. He prays to the mother of Merlin.
Oh, kind mothers of the great marauders, please save me from this misery. Thank you, great ones. I solemnly swear I am up to no good. Hello, sir. Could I possibly ask for a night's stay here?
Of course, sir. Follow me.
You are welcome here. Please treat this home as your own.
Thank you, sir. May Merlin reward you.
Dobby, please treat this kind boy as he sees fit.
Yes, Dobby will do as master wishes.
Please join me for dinner.
Thank you, sir. Your rose. Thank you. I offer this as a gift to whoever should make the most mirth this Christmas. If I should lose my armor in battle, I shall try my best to fight without it.
I shall take your robes. Say, courteously boy, where do you come from?
Hogwarts.
Hogwarts? The amazing school of magic? Say, have you heard of Dumbledore's army?
Heard of it? I am a part of it.
Now, let us see his behavior and good talks. Heaven has let us have a guest as Neville Longbottom. He shall teach us what distinguished manners he has, and those who listen will surely learn how to make love.
Well said, well said. A toast to Neville, everyone. Now, let's eat. Here we have Neville, the welcomest wizard in the world.
Thank you, kind sir. Your words are too kind.
Ah, here comes my wife. Show us your dance, my wife.
Bloody hell, she's beautiful! Much prettier than Fleur Delacour, I'd say. The other is not quite so pleasant to look at.
Ah, beautiful dance, darling. Job well done.
Oh, brave one, how was your journey?
It was quite long, but now I'm at peace.
Are you? How about we go somewhere a little cozier? Say, how's my chamber?
Well, a long day. Why don't we all head off to bed?
The following morning, Christmas morning, a giant feast is prepared. Neville and the host's wife sit together in the middle. The two chat and have a merry time together. The same kind of mirth is present for 3 subsequent days.
Thank you, kind sir, for staying here. Your presence has brought honor to this castle. Indeed, sir, I shall be better now that Neville has been my guest.
Thank you, sir. The merit is all yours. All the honor is your own. The great Merlin reward you, and I am your man to work with your behest in high and low, and I am bound by right.
Do stay a little longer. I think some of the maidens are aching for a snogging.
Thank you for your offer, sir. I would, but I must be on my way.
But of course! What deed has brought you to go to my castle all alone during the holidays? You should be celebrating Christmas with your friends at Hogsmeade.
Well, I'm supposed to reach the location by New Year's morning, but I have no idea where it could be. Any ideas on where the Green Chapel and the giant spider that mines it is? I made an agreement to meet him on New Year's, and I have but 3 days left.
Oh, alas, it is not but 2 miles from here. Please stay with us until New Year's Day.
Gladly, sir. I will do whatever else you decide.
So, you have agreed to do whatever else I decide, yes?
Yes, sir. While I stay in your castle, I will be obedient and do whatever you say.
Since you have come such a long way and have sat late with me, you are not well nourished, either with food or sleep. Sleep in until Mass time tomorrow and go meet with my wife, who will sit with you and comfort you until I return home from my hunt.
All right, mate.
Furthermore, let us exchange our winnings from each day. Whatsoever I win in the woods, it shall be yours, and whatsoever fortune you achieve, exchange with me.
I consent to this agreement.
All right, Butterbeer bottles up. A toast to this agreement. But before we head off to bed, perhaps we should recite our agreement once more.
Certainly. We will exchange whatever fortunes we receive at the end of the day.
Indeed. Well, it's off to bed for both of us. Sleep well, for you have not had much of it lately. Good night.